right? Because for me, I went through a level of adversity and opposition to where it weeded people out in terms of a relationship standpoint, right? The people that thought I was gonna make it, right? And now my career ended, they flee. But the people that were really there for me as a person, they stayed.
Go do your homework. The richest people in the world spend money on coaches. Denzel Washington has a coach.
How do you breathe when you feel really proud? And if you're a little kid, what happens to your face when you're really proud? You don't hide it, right? There's that big smile on your face.
Some of the best musicians in the world are the worst teachers. Why? Because you can't teach talent. You can't teach being a virtuoso. That's not translatable. My younger son, Michael, plays the jazz bass guitar. He studies the music created by Jaco Pastorius. He revolutionized how the bass guitar is played. He was brilliant. And you can't teach brilliance. Someone like Jaco has a relationship with this instrument that few can have. Jaco hears music like few. Others do. Things that come naturally to them, that are hard to explain and harder to teach. Those things are difficult to reduce to a process and replicate.
I had teammates that tied my shoes in my closet, right? I had teammates that came over every single day that put me in plastic bags because I had so many incisions on my body that I couldn't get wet. They would literally come and cut plastic bags and put them over my body so that the incisions wouldn't get wet. Had teammates that came and took me to church. Teammates that came and drove me to class, drove me to rehab for my arm, right? These were guys that wanted me to do well, right? And so I believe relationships are everything, man. They shape, they mold your life in every single way. I got relationships in every aspect of my life. Sports, fatherhood, being a husband, being a friend, being a speaker.
That blew my mind. I didn't have a speaking coach at first. And then I read Denzel had a coach. Go look it up. I said, who coaching Denzel? This is unbelievable. It don't look like Zell need no help with what he's doing. But maybe that's why he's the best, because he's got a coach. Yeah. LeBron James, look it up so you don't think I'm lying. LeBron James spent $1.5 million on himself last year. And you want to know why he the best in the league? You won't spend $150 on a program, but your shoes is worth $300. Just saying for real. You won't spend, they want $1,500, boo, your purse costs $3. You got $3,000 purse. That Louis ain't $400. The wallet ain't $400, but you won't spend money on personal development.
I think my advice and insight to him would be to get around people every single day, man, that bring you that shot of motivation and inspiration and encouragement. Because for me, when I went through my process and my career ended, right, everybody was important in terms of who I encountered every single day. But the thing that I wanted to be cognizant of is the same spirit and energy that they were giving to me, I wanted to give that same spirit and energy to them. And so I didn't want people coming around me and just feeling sorry for me. I wanted when people left my presence, they felt as if, man, that guy's really handling that situation. That guy's really doing well. He's positive. You know, he's speaking life into the situation, and it's great. But for me, when I came into those environments and I had people that I encountered that did the same for me, that was just as important, and it helped shape my focus and my energy every single day when I went out to meet and greet the world with my different aspects and avenues and things that I had to get done.
So I want to challenge you. I want to challenge you. All the rich people in the world, all the people we look up to, those individuals are putting money into personal development. I want to challenge you to put some money in yourself. Don't wait for your boss to do it all. I go to school if they pay for it. You'll pay for it. You'll value it more if you pay for it. Is that clear? All right, so I just want to make sure before we start that you understand that. Now, let's go to the next one. So the next one is there should be vertical and horizontal communication between all of you. There's so much power in this room. There's so much knowledge in this room. But do you know how you know how you destroy a powerful entity? By dividing them. Because you can't take their power away from them. We are so blessed as a people. You can't take the power away, but what you can do is divide. I mean, you look at it, boy, I tell you, y'all thought Richard Williams did something with Venus and Serena. Listen to me, that wasn't even we thought Venus #1, Serena #1.
My life took me down a journey that almost forced me to propel myself to where I went. And it was worth it. When I was 297 pounds and I was a piece of shit and I wasn't going anywhere in life, I asked myself that question before I decided to put myself through hell. I knew for me to get to where I wanted to go, I didn't have the ability. The ability was not there. So I knew I was going to break myself off to do it. Some people are born with this great talent. I wasn't smart. I wasn't some physical specimen. I wasn't any of that stuff. So I knew for me to go through all of this shit, at the end of it was going to be a broken man. So I did it, and in the process of doing it, I knew all along the way, I'm going to be fucked up one day. And that time came.
We thought that we saw something. We didn't see anything till 20-some years later, where other fathers now raise their daughters to be Venus and Serena. Unbelievable. I'm like, well, Venus getting beat by herself. I'm looking at the little Coco. Coco look just like Venus. She look exactly like her. Osimo, the young lady, Haitian and Japanese, she beating Serena. They produced them. Look at the little Stevens. Look at all the little girls that's playing now, that's making it. They winning. They going next level. They beating Venus and Serena. Why? First of all, the girl's 20 years old, but still, 20 years later, she's still making it to the finals 4 years in a row after having a baby. You can't take away what we have. But what you can do is you can divide us. And when we're divided, that's what Malcolm, I'll go back and study. Malcolm, it hit Malcolm like, whoa.
On the other end of the spectrum from talent comes passion. There are those who pour their lives and souls into an idea, a project or a dream, because they couldn't imagine not pursuing that adventure. Like talent, I don't think you can teach passion. Neither. Passion isn't something you create. You can't teach it.
Think of something that you could be really grateful for or excited. Pick either one. Something you could be grateful for, a person, a moment, or something if you wanted to that you could be excited about. That you was excited for a moment. How many can think of something in your life that if you focused on it, you could feel excited? All right? Close your eyes. And just for a moment, all we're doing is changing your focus. Focus on what could excite you. Feel like it's really happening. Your mom's healing, you break through in the business, you're achieving the level you want. Anxiety is rid from my life. I'm on charge, I'm on top of it. How do you breathe when you feel really excited?
Yeah.
So if we change the state you're in, just by changing our focus or the way we use our bodies, it's gotta be a radical change, right? Here's my question for all of you. If you focus on what you want, life has probabilities, there's no guarantees, but you increase them when you change your state. And that's really what this is all about. Learning to change your body and learning to change your focus.
Literally, for me being in that fight or flight mode and pushing way beyond what I thought was even possible. I kept on finding new limits as I was going on this journey. So, but in doing that, you're breaking your body down tremendously. But no one knew that every time I got to the start line of an ultra race, I was fucking broken at the start line. So I didn't go as ultra race like, oh, I'm healthy, I'm ready to go. I went to start line of every damn race I ever did, broken. People go, hey, how come you don't post more? You know, I post like once a week, if that, because that's not me. You know, I'm not trying to gain some stardom or some fame or some shit. You know, I'm out here trying to give you what I've learned in my life.
Somebody is really stressed out. They're not stressed out for no reason. It's because they're focusing on something that makes them feel stressed. They often, when they're focusing on it, it changes the body. You start to feel tight. You start to feel a certain way. And then they use language like, I don't know what to do. Why am I so overwhelmed? So if we change what we focus on, if we change the way we use our body, if we change our language patterns, we'll instantly feel different. Think of how do people use their body when they're worried versus when they're excited. If you learn to use your body first, use your focus first, you can literally change how you feel in moments, and then you develop new habits where you start to feel good all the time, and it isn't some phony fake pump up. It's literally the way you've conditioned your body. Just like being fit as an athlete, you want to be emotionally fit. When you're not sure what you're going to do, you're going to hesitate, and hesitation kills momentum. And momentum is what makes a sports team win. It's what makes an athlete, a business person win. When you get momentum, it's like takes enormous energy to get a rocket out of our gravitational pull of the Earth. But out in the solar system's easy. Once it has momentum, it takes less fuel, less energy. Starting a relationship, starting a business, changing your body, it takes so much in the beginning. But once you get going, it's actually really easy.
Passion isn't something you create. You can't teach it. It's something you have for something you love. Michael Jordan can't teach me to be passionate about basketball. He can show me how to dribble, how to pass, and how to shoot. But he can't teach me to fight and claw for every possession. So we can't reduce passion to a process even.